Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a really exciting review of this new product, super innovative, from Becca Cosmetics. This is the Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. This is basically a product that is meant to replace the regular foundation by just like perfecting your skin, making your pores appear smaller, making your imperfections just sort of melt together with your skin. It is basically just this like thick product that's see-through, has no pigment, and is meant to also obviously match everybody. It is $36 and is available on Becca's website as well as Sephora and Ulta and other places I'm sure as well. But what really interested me when I saw this product is that it basically just looked like a regular primer. So basically this looks very much like a silicone-based primer that you can use underneath your makeup, but it is meant to be instead of your regular makeup. So that kind of like really tricked me into thinking, wow, could it be like a regular primer just like marketed differently, or is this an actual different product? So I thought that in today's video I can compare the two. I can take this new product from Becca and I'll compare it to the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. As far as consistencies go, these look really similar and I thought this would be the perfect comparison. So if you guys want to see what I thought of this product, is it actually just a primer or is it anything more than that? Then definitely keep on watching. So I already used moisturizer on my skin because they do say on the website to first do your skincare and then wait for it to be fully absorbed before you go into the product. And now I'm going to apply this Becca Zero to half my face, and then to the other half I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish, just because, like I said before, these look so similar, and you know, the whole blurring effect that this is meant to give is sort of what you get with a primer, especially a silicone-based one. So I thought this would be the perfect comparison. So we'll jump into that right away. So I'm just taking the spoolie that came with it and I'm just going to scoop a little bit and apply it with my fingers like they do state that you're supposed to be doing. And this Becca product will go on this side of my face. So I'm just going to divide it between my nose area, my chin, my forehead. And I'm concentrating it basically on the center of my face and then working it out, because this is obviously the area where we have the most pores, the ones that are, you know, stand out more. And I'm just blending it out towards the outside perimeter of my face. So I'd zoom you guys in to see if we can see a difference. So this is the side where I applied the Becca Zero Pigment Foundation, and then on this side I have absolutely nothing right now. And to be honest, I see no difference. Like, am I imagining this? Should I put like a second coat on? I can still see my pores around this area, right? Like this side. Over here, I don't see a difference. It looks like I haven't applied anything. I think it's slightly less shiny on this side, but I don't see any pore filling. I don't see any perfecting. You bitch out of that. What do you think? I'm going to stay zoomed in like this and I'm going to be applying a second layer. Let's see if this time we see a difference. And I'm going to apply quite a lot, to be honest, because I want to see a difference. So again, I'm just working it into my skin, into the pores, especially around the nose area. On the chin, I definitely need it. And then blending it outwards. So I definitely see more of a difference this time. I don't know if it's enough to make me just go like this out of the house without any foundation on. I do see a little bit of blurring around this area, also around my chin. I don't know if I see much of a difference around like the forehead and this like outer perimeter area, but overall it does make a tiny bit of a difference. Nothing too major. Like, I don't think that this is anything like enough for me to leave the house like this, like without any foundation. I would just either go with a bare face and like completely natural, or I would put something very light like the Morphe 2 or the Revolution Pro drops. I really like those. So I don't know if I like the overall look, but now let's see if this overall effect can be achieved with just a regular silicone-based pore-filling primer. Like I said, the contestant today would be the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This is a silicone-based primer, oil-free, that is meant to be applied to just clean, moisturized skin and then blur your pores a bit, also make your foundation last longer. But basically, I feel like we can achieve that same effect like this foundation. So let's see if I'm right, and apply this to the other side of the face. To make this fair, I'm going to take quite a big amount. Usually I would use a lot less, but I used a ton from this one. So I really want to use sort of the same amount and then also apply it with my fingers, just like I did with the Becca. So I'm going to put it around the same areas. It does smell a little different, but it feels really similar. This one might be like slightly more silicone feeling, but I feel like we might be able to achieve the same effect. So I'm looking quite closely at the smear to really see like the details and see, you know, the pore filling and everything. And I don't see a huge difference. Like I really don't. I think they fill the pores in like the same. I do think this side with the Becca is a little bit maybe more hydrated. I think it's maybe a little bit more water-based than this one. This is definitely more of like a matte velvety finish, and this one not as much. Also on my hands, I felt like there was a tiny bit more of a residue with the Smashbox. But overall, when I look at my face, like if I want to go outside like this, I think the two sides look almost identical. I don't see a difference. I don't think this is anything like a foundation. I really don't think it did enough for my skin to just be left as is. I would definitely be happier with like something even super, super light, but still something on my skin to make it a little bit more pulled together and, you know, to get rid of a little bit of like the coloring that I have. I have like this red thing over here, which it definitely didn't cover, obviously. I also see way too much texture on my forehead for this to really be like anything unique and like really pore filling and really, you know, like getting rid of texture and making it really, really nice and pulled together. Like I don't think that it did that. And this was $36, I want to remind you, and I don't think it did much. I think it's basically a primer. Like this primer over here, now that it's set and everything, do you see a difference? I might even like the Smashbox side better because, like I said, it has more of like a velvety finish, and that actually looks way nicer. On the website, it did say that it's supposed to be paired nicely with a few products, and one of them was their Hydra Mist powder. I happen to have it because I actually got it as a sample with this purchase that I made from the Becca site. So I'm just going to be applying a bit of this with some powder brush. At first, I wasn't sure if you're meant to be setting this product, but it did say on the website that you can do this and that it pairs nicely. So maybe that would help a tiny bit with like the coverage. I am going to be putting this all over, even though technically the Smashbox is just a primer. Like you are meant to put some foundation over it, but I do want to see if these perform like 100% the same or if they're a little bit different. So now with the powder set on top of these two products, I can see that there is a slight difference about like how they accepted the product on top of them. So basically this side with the Becca sort of looks the same. To be honest, I don't think it added anything. Maybe it would be better for like lasting longer and stuff like that, but I don't see that it added any extra coverage. And then on the primer side, I feel like it doesn't sit as well. Like I see a little bit of bunching and, you know, it's sort of like flaking off a bit. If you see around the eye right here, like I have some flakes on my fingers and around the nose. So, I mean, the primer is definitely not meant to be used on its own like this, just primer and then the powder on top. You would definitely need to put something in between, like some kind of a foundation or even a concealer. And yeah, so they do act a little bit differently, but again, the overall look just looks the same. I don't feel like I have any coverage on. I actually, again, like this side better. Like once I took all those like little flakies away, it looks more pulled together than this side. This side I can still sort of see like texture right here and redness, and I don't like that. I mean, am I missing something here? Because the before and after shots on the website looked incredible, and right now I'm just like not happy. So for today, I'm going to skip concealer and all of that because I just think that it wouldn't really go well with this kind of base and it would just like stand out a bit, and I don't want that. Like I want this like fresh look. So I'm just going to be using some like more natural makeup, and I think the Morphe 2 is perfect for that. So I'm going to be using the Jelly Eye Shimmer and Sunshine on my eyes, and then for my cheeks I'm going to be using the Winter Tint Cheek and Lip Mousse in a Maze, and I'm going to do my lips with some like more lip balmy products. So I'm going to be using this mini one from Pat McGrath. This is the Flesh 3 Sheer Color Balm. So basically just a lip balm with some color to it. This one looks really pretty. And then I'm going to be topping it off with this Glow Yeah lip oil from Florence by Mills, which by the way, I'm planning a whole video about this brand, so keep your eyes out for that. And then just to add a little bit something extra, I'm going to be using some mascara. This one is from Marc Jacobs. This is the At Lashed Mascara. I just reviewed this as part of the Trend Mood box, and I loved it. Like, it's so good. I've been using it ever since. It's been like 4 days consecutive after the video, and I've been using it every single day. Like, I really like this. So this is what the overall look turned out like. I'm going to insert right here some clips of what my skin looks like up close. I want to say that I'm not a huge fan of this product. Like, I feel like this might be really good as like maybe a primer or something for like pore filling underneath like some concealer or something like that if you want to go super light. But my preference is honestly just to go with a super light foundation instead, like those tints that you can use basically just to even out the skin tone and even cover up some redness. Like, I really miss that about this product. And if you guys want to see how I use something like that, then definitely check out my Morphe 2 review video. I'm going to link it below so you can see what that kind of makeup looks like. For this, I just am not a huge fan because I don't feel like it did much. I mean, I paid quite a lot of money for it. This is the price of a very high-end foundation, and I much prefer to spend my money on that than on something like this, which I don't feel like I will reach for anytime soon because I don't love the overall effect. Like, I don't feel like it did much or enough for my skin. But let me know what you guys think and how it worked for you. Definitely this kind of product will work differently on different people. I feel like for my skin, which does have, you know, problems with the pores and stuff like that, it should have worked, but it didn't. But it might work better for somebody else who doesn't have my kind of skin problems. So let me know what you guys thought of it and what you thought of this video, and if you think that this is something worth checking out or not. And yes, that is basically everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!